beyond.
Hello everyone, welcome to Talk Show Divas. My name is Brandi and I am here with some beautiful, wonderful, fabulous ladies. This is Miss Saha Foxx, Miss Goddess J. Reed, and Miss Cece, and we are here today to give y'all the best topics ever and talk about everything that's happening in the streets. But for now, I lied to the ladies a little bit. I told them that I wanted to talk about cheating today. But as we were sitting here talking and we were conversing, Miss Cece brought something to my attention that I thought was very important, and that is self-confidence. And I think that a lot of black women don't have that today. And I want to know why. I'm trying to find out why. What's going on? Why don't we have it? For example, I walked in the room and I seen all these beautiful women. And the first thing I wanted to do was cover myself up. And I had to ask myself, why do you feel that way? Why do you want to cover yourself up? You're just as beautiful as they are. So I want to talk to Miss Saha first, because she exudes confidence and sexiness, and she is beautiful and all that. Yes. And I want to know, do you have any Do you have self-conscious issues? Do you have to take a look in the mirror and talk yourself into being beautiful every day?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, and I'll tell you about all the ladies. One thing that I have done for myself this year, I will say, is I have did an inner cleanse. And I've practiced self-love. Okay. And what self-love includes, it feels like peace. It feels like purity. It feels like the knowing of myself, and which actually helped with me to, get to be comfortable. I love my flaws. Mm-hmm. I love all my imperfections.
Awesome.
I have come, and it put me in a position where I love when I'm with a man, I love his imperfections. Mm-hmm. I love everyone's imperfections, but truly what's really perfect? No one really has experienced perfect.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, I have come to love me. It has also put me in a position to be able to love the fact that, okay, I'm ready to expand my career. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to go hard on TV. I'm ready to, do everything that I can. But when I start loving me, that's when the weight came off. Mm-hmm. That's when I start drawing some really good men. Oh my goodness, y'all. I draw the best men in my life, and they all are paid.
Okay. That's for the coin.
No, but they spiritual. Really, they are very spiritual first and foremost, because your inner world, it attracts your outer world.
Absolutely.
So if you are chaotic inside and you emotional, you're going to attract some chaotic, emotional men. I had one before. He was on Prozac and counseling, and he went into a rage. And it was just bad. He cussed me out, cussed his mama out, cussed his sister out.
Wow.
He cussed himself out.
He was angry. And energy is infectious. The energy that you have and you put out in the world, that's what you're going to get back. Right. It is completely infectious.
Right.
How do you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror?
I too have been in transition. I'm about to be 30 in February.
I would have never guessed.
Right? I know.
Yeah. So, I too have been in transition, and I think self-love is everything. To ping off what she is saying, like, you have to love you, because if you don't love you, won't nobody else love you. Mm-hmm. And even if those love you, sometimes you can't even reciprocate it because you don't have love for yourself.
Absolutely.
Right. So, and you self-sabotage. So I think self-love is very, very important. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like we have to be aware of all the things that attack us on a daily basis. And if you're not spiritually cleansed, as you said,
exactly, it's so true,
you can't be affected.
Right. I meditate every morning.
How do you meditate, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I don't. I get up before I speak to anybody or anyone. I don't pick up the phone. I don't want to hear TV. I don't want to hear my kids. Only first I want to hear is the inner peace with me and God. So I'll get up, I'll breathe, inhale, clear out my chakras about 7 times, and I'll sit up.
You Reiki?
Yes, I'm a Reiki practitioner, actually.
Yes.
It's a little bit of information about me. I am a Reiki practitioner. I will light all my candles, I'll get up and, tune in for about 15 minutes. I've learned how to shut the ego out and, and tune into the spiritual world, which for one always comes from the right hemisphere of your brain. So if you ever hear something that tells you to do something constantly over and over and over again, that's the spiritual, your angels communicating with you. So listen.
So what is the left?
The left hemisphere of your brain actually has a lot to do with your ego.
Oh, so that talks to me a lot. That's the one that be like, slash the Right. That's me. Miss Cece, who has been tugging.
Ooh.
All day. You look flawless. Why do you feel the need to tug so much? You're absolutely beautiful.
Well, I'm transitioning as well, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know, I just got out of a marriage. And so when you know, get out of a marriage.
Can we clap?
Yes, please. That's the best thing that happened. Leave his ass.
Okay.
On another note, but no, I just started back working out. And so, you know, I have areas to where, you know, I love me, don't get me wrong. But the camera don't see me the way I might see me all the time. And then I might get an extra 10, 15. I'll be like, wait, so I could have just did this. Right. I could have did that. So I still be kind of looking like, wait, did I do it right? But yeah, it ain't necessarily about me.
So important.
They got to take me as I am regardless. You know what I'm saying? But I just, you know, when you're going through a transition with your body as far as
I
moving.
totally understand. I am married to a wonderful, beautiful man. I've been married for 12 years.
Congratulations.
But within that marriage, I gained a lot. Within that marriage, I gained 100 pounds. And what I like to share with people, even though I'm still a big girl, I represent for the big girl. I lost 120 pounds. I had gastric bypass.
Oh, wow. Gotcha.
I had gastric bypass a little over a year ago. And it's crazy because when I seen myself, I seen Beyonce. I tell people this all the time. I never seen flaws in me. So I sometimes ask myself, well, why did you have the gastric bypass? I didn't have high blood pressure. I wasn't diabetic. It wasn't for really health reasons. But I understood that with age comes weight.
Right.
And I have a daughter that's 16 and she's getting older and she's going to have babies, and I want to continue to exude beautifulness and sexiness to her no matter what my size was. So I never wanted her to think she must have not loved herself if she had gastric bypass. It wasn't because of that. I was pushing 400 pounds.
So I have a question real quick. What actually got you in that mode to actually gain that much weight though? Is it hereditary?
It's some big women in my family, but I can't necessarily say it's hereditary, and I can't say it's laziness either, because one thing I am not. You know what?
Maybe.
It's absolutely. Usually, when you're happy, you gain weight. Because it just comes, you're eating good, you're loving good, you're
eating going straight to bed. That burger.
I am really loved.
Remind me not to be in love.
Look, I used to always say that. I'd be like, when I break up, I lose an instant 10 pounds. I could just
it was just happiness, to be honest with you, and I didn't realize that I was gaining that weight. I didn't see, like I said, when I seen myself, I seen Beyonce. It took pictures. It took me to see a picture of me, and I looked at a picture of me one time. I said,
that damn camera. I told y'all. It's the camera. It ain't us.
The camera. Get the angle right, y'all.
Right,
no,
but
it is the camera.
It is the camera. The camera does. The camera did it, girl. That camera did
sometimes
that.
I be looking thick.
Absolutely. But even after losing 120 pounds, I still have to. I hate my body even more. I don't like my body even more. I felt more beautiful and more confident when I was 350 pounds.
Wow. Interesting.
My skin was different. I mean, everything was different.
You caught that husband with them extra 300
Absolutely. She loves every inch of it. Absolutely. But I still have to wake up every day and convince myself that I'm beautiful, that I'm okay, that I'm accepted, that he loves me, that he appreciates me, that I am me.
I was going to say that you had asked a question, and basically I wanted to say this. I really think that a lot of what the opposite of what you were feeling and what you were seeing, which is beauty. Don't get me wrong. But dealing in this world today with the competition, with everyone getting their bodies done, their boobs and stomachs done.
Absolutely.
That's where I was going. That's why I was like, I'm going to let you go ahead and do your thing.
So the thing is like, to be honest with you, and I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to give y'all the most realest information ever. The only reason women get their bodies done, okay, is because, and I don't care what nobody say, it's because it's something that you see the next woman have it. You see what the world is accepting and what's acceptable, because especially in Atlanta, this is an image praise, state. It's just all about your image. But at the same time, you know, we all have something that we want fixed, we want flawed. But the thing is, once you get it done, you'll continue to get it done. And you'll continue to get the adjustment and get the stomach sucked out even more. I mean, look, for real, look at K. Michelle. It's ridiculous.
And that goes back to what she said.
I mean, she looks horrible. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you know, like stop, suck out some of the behind now.
Right, please.
You know, and I mean, the waist is cute, girl, for real. But you know, all that other stuff, like, it's getting ridiculous.
I look at it like a fad now, though, because even though this is stuff that's all happening with this generation of us. Back in the day, people got their breasts done. Nobody was getting fixed a flat in their butt. Nobody was getting like the extra stuff going on.
Not that we knew of.
It's every race now. It's
but
like
in 20 years though, we don't know if y'all gonna be okay because that stuff might start leaking. We don't really know what's gonna happen. This is the first epidemic of a whole situation. Like we don't know what's gonna happen at all.
And it's so affordable now. They're making it so affordable.
You wanna know why it's affordable? You wanna know
why
it's affordable? Because again, back to what you were saying later on, that's that tire gonna start leaking.
Yeah.
Them boobs that behind's gonna start leaking. It's gonna start coming down. Gravity gonna take this.
None of our grandmas have fake butts.
But what are you gonna do when you're 60 years old?
I ain't gonna lie.
70 years old. You
They
still
don't
going
know.
back to the doctor to get it refixed?
And it go down to your ankles.
They ain't gonna know how to fix it because y'all
Go down
the first part of
I'm
it.
sorry. Wait.
That's what I was told.
She said it goes down to your.
No.
It starts to go ahead.
And that's what I was saying. When your skin starts sagging, if you have these implants in your butt and your skin starts, where does it go? If your skin is not firmly holding these procedures up,
They're gonna have to come out though.
They're gonna have to come out.
Sense. It has to come out.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you,
it's not forever. So
It can't be
nothing's forever.
I mean,
Right.
because like you said,
not
with
natural.
age, your skin starts.
Right. Now, unless you spend more, I know people
Your
that
body
had
is
the
injected.
lipo, you know, with the fat injected out of their belly, and I think
Right.
that is more. That's probably what they was doing back in the day with the
Right.
whole
Yeah.
Brazilian butt lifts. Those are really known.
Right.
All this extra stuff y'all got, the hip implants, but no,
They have
Even
to- they
the
have to
lips,
inject now.
even
It's
the
everything
lips is
implant.
crazy to me now.
Cheeks,
I'm
they
not,
Oh, yeah, the
got
bridge.
cheeks,
I seen a girl get a bridge put in her nose through injection. Yes.
But you know they're doing facelifts. I think they cut your scalp off, lift
Right.
it up, so
Yeah.
and pull it
Yeah.
back, and you can see the scar
Oh,
behind
no.
the ear. Yeah.
Ooh.
So
But
when you
that
meet
goes-
somebody, look behind their ears for that scar.
How you doing, girl?
But that's bad though. That's bad to self-confidence and how ladies do that. Because I remember when was it Hurricane Irma came and somebody put the funniest thing, which is not funny but it's real. They was like, ladies, please take a picture with all your makeup off and post it online so if you floating, we'll know who you are.
I seen that.
But that's real. We don't know who you
Right.
are
Wow,
if
that's
you're not
crazy.
really looking like yourself when we see
And
you.
you be
Right.
telling people like, "You'll check my dental."
I thought that was true. I don't know if
I
that's
ain't
true
taking
anymore.
off this face.
Right. So
It's
that's-
so true. But you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know, the saddest thing to me is I like to do a lot of natural, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, the lashes ain't real, you know, but no, I'm
They
being
look
honest.
good.
But you know, I would put some blush on and some eyeliner, you know what I'm saying? But it's sad because like I mean, I'm natural. I have 6 children too, as well, you know. So, and I had them all natural. But my whole thing is like women. We like a lot of us. And I'm gonna say we as a generation hide behind who we truly are.
Yes, absolutely.
It covers up to me
Absolutely.
the self-love. I mean, because think about it. You got your fake hair, your fake lashes, fake eyes, fake nails,
nails,
fake
fake-
toes,
fake
fake
toes,
boobs, fake
fake
behind,
everything.
But it's
yeah,
scream
fake
real
cheeks,
all
fake
day.
nose. I mean, what's real right now?
That's true, but I do want to speak on the fact that we do live in a society that beat people up on a constant.
They really
and
do.
I also feel like it's not just if you feel like you're pretty and you're doing it now. It stems to home.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
such a bigger picture.
It
You
is
can
a-
see the difference
yeah.
in girls who are groomed well, brought up, raised up, put together well, and even those same individuals may go out and do certain things, but I do feel like they have the tendency to be like, you know, I love myself because they trained up at home
Right,
to do
exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Family
Yeah.
does put a lot of pressure on you because I could go home. I ain't seen y'all in 10 years. Girl, you done gained all that weight. Girl, ooh, know it. I be like, hey, happy holidays. Damn, like, did you see the new whip I just pulled up in the house?
No. Let's see that extra roll on your stomach. Though.
Right, that's I was fortunately blessed. My mother is a mother of 6 girls.
Wow.
So it's 6 of us that grew up in the house with the most confident mom ever.
And that goes
like,
back.
but my mom and I, you know, that word thought is, you know, said so loosely these days.
Right.
Days. My mom is a mom of 6 girls with 6 different men. You know why? Not because she was a thought sweetheart, because she didn't play that. Okay, she loved them and left them, and she took care of all 6 of her kids by herself. So I grew up seeing confident women. So it still boggles my mind how I let myself go the way that I did, how I felt about myself.
Oh, you ain't gone, baby, because you looking beautiful over there.
You look great. I don't think, like, you know, I think you look great.
Yeah, you do. By the way,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous skin, glowing, everything.
Right.
That's Mac too, though. But thank you.
Shout out to that.
Feel outside of your home, it was society or your surroundings that made you feel like you started to question yourself and question your beauty or question.
Oh my God, I'm such a walking contradiction sometimes, because I'm going to be honest with you. No, even though you see the Kim Kardashians on TV, I don't aspire to look like Kim Kardashian. So she didn't plague any feelings in me. She didn't put any feelings in me that made me self-conscious. It was, I wanted my husband to like the way that I looked. Like I wanted him to see me and get excited, and I didn't feel like I was getting that from him. And he will cringe if he was to hear me say this right now. I just didn't feel like I was attractive to him, and I wanted to look like the girls that he's seen on TV or the girls that he downloaded on his phone. I wanted to look like them.
Wow.
Because the girls that you like, if you like what I look like, they're not the ones in your phone.
Right.
But he never made me feel self-conscious. I don't know where it came from.
Right. It just boils back down to us, you know, in this world, the world we up against, what's happening out here, and us having this image that we have to live up to, you know. So that's just really where the pressure comes from.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back shortly.
AB 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.